Hey YouTube, it's Lindsay and this is my 29-week pregnancy update. Today is Monday, September 19th, 2011, and I am 29 weeks and 2 days pregnant today. So this morning we had our 29-week doctor's appointment and everything went really well. We were in and out in 15 minutes, so that was good. And since the last appointment, 2 weeks ago, I've gained 1 pound, which I thought was pretty good. So my total weight gain is about like 3.5 to 4.5 pounds. One of those two, I can't recall exactly, but pretty good. Doctor's never said anything about, you know, if I've gained too much or too little or anything. So I think for where I am, for me, we're at a good place, so that's good. My blood pressure is holding steady. I was 126 over 82 today, and last time I was there I was 130 over 82. So the bottom number is the same, top number isn't much different. I was kind of thinking that even though, you know, it's been steady, that it was still like a little on the high side. So I asked my doctor and she said, absolutely not. You have nothing to worry about where your blood pressure is right now. You are where you want to be. So I was like, oh, okay, that's good. So I'm thinking if I can keep it under control, like with the amount of medicine that I'm on now, they might not like have to induce me, but who knows? A lot can change between now and, you know, 8, 9, 10 weeks from now. So I guess we just need to take it one day at a time. And then I asked her about my NSTs, which are the non-stress tests where they just kind of like measure the baby and just kind of, you know, monitor him for however long they need to. I asked her when those would start, and I was thinking they were going to start at like 30 weeks or 32 weeks, but she said they won't start until 34 weeks for me. So I've got about a month, a little over a month until those will start. And then I just asked her if I had to do the RhoGAM shot, because I hadn't ever heard like what my blood type was or anything, and I'm in the clear. I thought I probably would be, because I thought I knew my blood type, and I was correct, so I was good, so I don't have to do that. And then she suggested for our next appointment, which will be in 2 weeks with her, to do an ultrasound. And I was like, well, that's cool, but we're going to do an ultrasound at MFM a week from today. So she's like, oh, okay, well then never mind, we won't do one. I was like, oh, darn. She's like, well, you wouldn't have gotten another one anyways. We would have figured it out. So I was like, yeah, you're probably right. But so then a week from today, we're going back to the high-risk doctor, and we'll get another growth ultrasound to make sure that he's staying on track. But I can't imagine that he wouldn't be, because like I said, my blood pressure has been fine. I don't have the gestational diabetes, so everything is good. Oh, she did mention my gestational diabetes. She said my 1 hour test was really elevated, but she said I wasn't even in like the high range for the 3 hour. It was like totally perfectly normal. So that was good to hear. I don't know the exact numbers, but it wasn't even slightly elevated for the 3 hour. So glad I passed that with flying colors, apparently. And then symptoms this week. My body has just been getting really fatigued. It's very strange. I've never had this feeling before. Like if I'm like drying my hair or if I'm walking, like when I'm drying my hair, like my arms just get so tired. It's really weird. It feels like I've been like holding something up above my head for like 3 hours. And I've just been drying my hair for 10 minutes. So that's been really weird. My legs have kind of been doing the same thing. Like when we were walking back this morning from our doctor's appointment, from the building to the car, which really isn't that far, it's just like a normal hospital parking lot, my legs got really tired. I was like, oh, I just felt like I've run a marathon. And, you know, I was walking just, you know, not for very long. So need to take it even more easy than I have been. And I have been very good, I must say. I've been very proud of myself at how lazy I've been, I guess, you know, because I'm supposed to, you know, be on bed rest and everything, and this past week I've been very good about it. So I think that is also helping with keeping my blood pressure down. And then one bad symptom, I started to get nosebleeds. Now I get nosebleeds every year almost, it seems like, and I get them periodically from like either November or December through like March. So when it's super dry outside, like, you know, during the winter time. I already got one this year, so they're starting a little bit early. Nosebleeds are a symptom of pregnancy, so I kind of had a feeling that I was going to get that symptom and that it was going to happen a little bit sooner than it usually does, and I was right. So that sucks. Hopefully I won't get too many more, but I have a feeling that I might. And then one good symptom this week, I started feeling the hiccups, I think. Well, I thought that I felt them like at 24 weeks, but it was really quick and I wasn't 100% sure, but now I'm pretty much 100% sure that that's what I felt. Like this morning at like 5 a.m. or something, he was going at it for like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. It was really, really cool. It's like this tiny little flick that you feel like right in the same spot. And it's like a rhythmic, you know, like every 2 seconds or 3 seconds or whatever it is. And I think it's right where I think his head is. So it totally makes sense that that is what it is. So that was really exciting. And then I thought I would talk about like my maternity leave plans. I guess if that's what you could call them. I was let go from my job in April. So because I was let go from my job, my position that I was working was eliminated. So there was no job for me. So I was able to collect unemployment benefits, which has been very helpful. I have been looking for jobs since then. I probably could look a little bit harder, but especially at this point, like who's going to hire a pregnant lady that's, 7 months pregnant? And I'm definitely obviously pregnant at this point. So there's no covering it up anymore. But I have been looking. Nothing's come out of it, but like I said, I do get, paid every week from the state to look for a job. So I looked it up, like, what do I do, if I give, when I give birth, can I still collect unemployment or not? No, you can't, is basically what they say. You have to, go on maternity leave basically because you're not available to work those days. Every 2 weeks you have to fill out like this survey online, how many days were you available to work? And, other stupid questions like, has your address changed? And, did you work at all? Weird stuff like that. But, so since I won't be really able to work, I'm just going to play it by the books, play it safe, for tax reasons and stuff. I don't want anything to come and bite me on the ass because I didn't fill out these forms out correctly. So I'm going to probably take like 4 weeks off from my unemployment. So that's going to kind of suck. I've been using most of our money that I get for baby stuff. So that's been nice. So it's not such a burden on my husband. But, I talked to him a little bit about it and we discussed that, yeah, that's probably the best way to go. Just, not get that money for that month and then, I'll be able to start it back up again. And when I start it back up again, then I will definitely be looking for a job hardcore. I don't want to, but, I think at this point we need the money. So I need to look for a job. I would much rather be a stay-at-home mom. And I guess, we have some things to discuss then. When that time comes, is it worth it for me to go back and work, based on, well, we have to find childcare and how much does childcare cost versus how much I'm making, or if I could find a job where we don't need childcare, because my husband's schedule could potentially be completely opposite from a job that I could find. That would be ideal, of course. Then we would just, be bringing money in and not spending money on childcare. But we have a lot to talk about, and I know this conversation will be coming soon, and I just want to pretend like it's not, but it is, and it's a lot to think about, and it's kind of overwhelming, but yeah, so we'll cross that bridge when we come to it, because I'm not really ready to do that quite yet. And really we can't even, because I haven't gotten a job offer yet. So when that time comes, then we'll discuss more. And Sarah from Canada, I'm really interested in what your maternity plans are, and everybody's, I guess, but just because you're from Canada, and I know you get a whole year off, and I don't really know how that works. So I'd be very curious if you would like to discuss. I'd like to listen. And then, so I talked about how I tried to record this video a couple of times, so I can't remember if I actually talked about it or not. Maybe I didn't. But on Saturday night, my husband and I went to the Capitol Grill. And if you guys ever have the opportunity to go to the Capitol Grill, go. You're going to spend like $200 on dinner, but you will never ever forget going to the Capitol Grill. So that was one of the things, like as soon as we got pregnant, like we have to go to the Capitol Grill before the baby comes. Like, that was one of my things. There's a couple of other things on the list, but that was like one of the main ones. Just because my husband had never been and I'd only gone once before, and it was just the most amazing experience. So we went, and it was really fun, and we ate way too much, and it was amazing, and we can't wait to go back. We were thinking like, okay, well, maybe for our first anniversary, which is our due date, but I might not go to our due date. But then we'll have like a 1-year-old and is spending $200 on dinner, or even more, because at that point I'll be able to drink wine. Is that really a good idea at that point? No, probably not. So we're thinking maybe now for like our second anniversary, or maybe, I don't know, just sometime after the baby comes, we do want to go back because it's freaking amazing. So this video has kind of been all over the place, and I'm in a weird mood tonight. I do have a lot of stuff to get done, so I'm trying to just hurry through this video, and it hasn't worked because, like I said, I've had to record this a few times. So let me show you my belly really quick, and then that will be it for this week. So there's the side. Gosh, my butt looks really big this week. Oh, is that getting bigger too? So there's the front. Or there's the side, here's the front. Oh my gosh. So I think the baby's kind of like in an L shape. Like, I felt the hiccups down here, and I feel movement here, and I think what are his legs, like up here close to my ribs. I still haven't gotten rib kicks, which is good, but I feel him almost up there. And I don't feel much in like this area. So I think he's kind of like that. So, but we have our ultrasound a week from today, like I said, and so we'll get more on his position, but I think that's probably pretty accurate, what I'm thinking. So, but I don't know. So anyways, I've been talking for a little bit too long today, so I will talk to you guys later. Bye.